So it's springtime, we're pushing summer, and anytime that happens on the beach, that means the tourists come, right? And when tourists come, that means that tourist activities happen. One of those activities is renting sport coupes or golf carts, also known as low-speed vehicles if they've been equipped as such. And then these rental agencies release these sport coupes and golf carts onto Via de Luna and Fort Pickens Road and the neighboring areas, those parking lots. And as you know, if you've been on Pensacola Beach or any beach in the Panhandle that allows golf carts, these golf carts are riding amongst cars and trucks, full-size cars and trucks. And the thing that our firm is seeing a lot of recently is collisions between these sport coupes and vehicles, full-size vehicles, and golf carts and full-size vehicles. And as you can imagine, that's not a fair collision, because you've got a ton or more vehicle hitting a golf cart that weighs probably 700 pounds at most. And what that does is it sends the golf cart off either doing flips and turns, or it sends it off in a different direction where it could strike something. And the passengers, who are most of the time not restrained in any way, go flying out of the golf cart. So it's a dangerous proposition. I would never advise anybody to rent these golf carts and drive them on a street that is mostly comprised of motor vehicles. That to me just doesn't make sense. But if tourists do that. I mean, tourists come to a place and they want to do something different. They want to show their family, their kids, a different experience that they can talk about and say they did on vacation. And I get the desire to do that. It is going to happen, and people are going to be doing this on main thoroughfares. If you're visiting here, you don't know that Fort Pickens and Via de Luna are basically a highway, right? You don't know that people use it and drive 50, 60 miles an hour in some spots. And so you're thinking that this was something that somebody figured out before you got here, and you're thinking that it's got to be safe because otherwise they wouldn't do it. Unfortunately, that's not exactly how the tourism industry works in Florida, because they don't necessarily consider safety as the top priority. They consider tourism as the top priority. And if it appeals to tourists in Florida, you're likely going to be able to do it. So I would encourage everybody to be careful with that idea of renting these sport coupes or golf carts and driving them with your family on the road that is maintained and used by mostly cars and trucks, full-size cars and trucks, because it's just dangerous. So we unfortunately have been involved as a law firm in many cases where people have been killed or hurt in these vehicles, these small sport coupe type golf cart vehicles. Your insurance, your car insurance does play a role in this if that happens to you. Hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, car insurance does apply. There's also cases against the business that rents these vehicles, because sometimes the golf carts are not equipped to be on the road, even though they're letting customers take them on the road. Florida statutes control what the golf cart has to be equipped with, including a faster engine before it can be used on the road. And many places go for the cheaper option, which is buying just a regular golf cart, putting the brake lights on it and the windshield and calling it a low-speed vehicle. But that doesn't make it a low-speed vehicle, because it has to meet certain minimum mile-per-hour thresholds to be a low-speed vehicle. All those things are something that a lawyer can look at in the unfortunate situation if you find yourself in, or a loved one finds himself in, where they're hurt or worse in one of these vehicles. I would encourage people not to do this on beach roads. You certainly can rent these vehicles and use them in areas where predominantly there are golf carts being used, right? Interior village type roads where there's not a lot of traffic. But if you're taking these on a main thoroughfare like Fort Pickens Road or Via de Luna or Miracle Strip Parkway, you are taking a lot of risks. And if something were to happen, you're going to need a lawyer to look into that because of all the factors at play. You can find us on the web at zarzaurlaw.com, or you can call us at 855-HIRE-JOE. Take care and be safe.